Hi guys, it's almost 2 a.m. in the morning and I was studying. And when I was studying, my phone rang and I checked and it was my cousin brother. To tell you a little bit more about my cousin brother, he is a monk. He was a monk since he was 14 years old and he's now 34 years old. So seeing me work hard, he told me, do you know a word called penance? And I know myself to be a person with huge English vocabulary. And there I failed. So I asked him, what is that? And he said, Milarepa did penance, which means that he inflicted suffering upon himself for something he did wrong as a form of repentance. And I was impressed. But then it was not his motive to tell me the meaning of the word, but he started telling me a story. And he said, once upon a time, Buddha or Sangye is a Tibetan word or Buddhist word for Buddha, and Sangye means a liberated one or an enlightened one. So one day he was meditating under the tree, and seeing his meditation and the dedication towards his meditation, he was doing it without eating anything, without drinking anything, and he was so much into it. 5 of the saints who were passing by wanted to join him, and they wanted to be his follower. So when they started meditating together, and Buddha allowed them, so they started meditating together. And when they started meditating together, Buddha had a dream. So in his dream, he was visited by 3 Lhamo. Lhamo means angels. So the first Lhamo had a guitar which was very tightly stringed. So when she started playing, it made a very high pitch noise, because of which the sound of the guitar was not very pleasant. And then there was a second Lhamo, and she started playing guitar with very loose strings, and the sound was equally painful. But then when the third Lhamo appeared, she had a guitar perfectly tuned, so the pitch or the sound of the guitar was very pleasant. Understanding that, he felt that he had a revelation, and then he got up from his meditation position and he went down to the river and he drank water. Seeing him drink water, the 5 monks was like furious. They felt that they were betrayed, that he was not as dedicated, so they left him and they started to move ahead. When Buddha came back to meditation, a girl named Sujata visited him and she offered him a bowl of rice. And he ate it and he started to do meditation. And soon after that, he got enlightened. Finishing his story, my brother told me that, do you know why I'm telling you this story? So I said, I think I'm getting somewhere. He said, no matter how much you work hard, no matter how much you put all-nighters or don't eat well, it won't be worth if your health is not fine. So you have to take care of yourself. And only if your health is fine and you have taken care of yourself, and if you have eaten proper food, and if you sleep well, then only when you get PhD, it will be worth. And I cannot believe that, even though it's a very small advice and almost everybody advised me about that, I sometimes miss it. So I hope this story is equally helpful to everybody who's listening, and we'll have to work hard, but we all have to do it in balance and choose the middle path. I hope I can share more stories in future. If it's interesting, then let me know that it is interesting so that I can share more stories. And thank you for joining me. Bye.